This game looks exactly like Genshin Impact. The anime art, the open world, the colourful cast of characters, but it does one thing Genshin refuses to. It lets you buy it once and unlock everything by playing. No gacha, no pulls, no wallet. Here's what you need to know about DragonSword Awakening. Let's start with the hook that matters most, because it's the whole reason this game stands out. Anime-style open-world RPGs have been dominated by free-to-play gacha titles. Genshin, Wuthering Waves, and dozens of clones, all built to make you gamble for characters. DragonSword Awakening flips that entirely. It's a full buy-to-play game with zero gacha mechanics. Every hero and every piece of equipment is unlocked through the story and activities in the game itself, and you level them up with resources you gather in the world. For anyone burned out on gacha monetization, that alone makes this worth a look. The setup is classic anime RPG. You follow Lute, a young boy travelling to Orbis, the first kingdom built by humankind, who gets swept up alongside a mercenary named Johnny and an elf named Castella. A dragon that vanished 60 years ago has reawakened, and Lute may be destined to become the DragonSword, the hero who saves the continent. It's built in Unreal Engine 5, with a warmly coloured world of meadows, hidden caves, underwater treasure, and dungeons to explore on foot. Combat is where it tries to carve out its own identity. The system is built around what the developers call status ailment tag team action. You swap between companions to chain elemental status effects together for spectacular combos. There's also optional co-op. You can team up with one friend in standard battles and up to 2 friends in raids. So it's primarily a single player experience with light multiplayer bolted on. Now here's where I have to be honest with you, and there are a few real concerns. First, the criticism from the demo. Some players felt the combat was spammy and the Genshin-style storyline was a bit dull, describing it as a game that feels like a failed live service title reworked into a single-player one. The potential is there, but the polish and originality are in question. Second, and this is important, this is Hound13's first commercial release, so there's no track record to lean on. And third, there's an actual legal cloud over it. Korean publisher Webzone is attempting to block the game's global PC release after a publishing dispute. That's a genuine risk hanging over the launch that you should be aware of. One more practical note, the demo closed on July 6th, so if you want to try before buying, that window has unfortunately passed. You'll be going in based on trailers and reviews. So here's my take. If you've been craving a Genshin-style open world without the gacha grind, DragonSword Awakening is one of the only games offering exactly that, and the buy-to-play model is genuinely refreshing. But temper your expectations on the combat and story, keep an eye on how the Webzone situation plays out, and maybe wait for launch reviews before committing on day one. Subscribe if this was helpful.